If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. If you would like a slumbering seagull t-shirt, please click on the link below. Thank you. The pirate captain paused. "Speak quickly, boy, or it's over the edge for your friend," he growled. Silas took a deep breath, trying to clear his mind. The force field, it's not just a barrier, it's a test, he improvised. Only those deemed worthy can access the well's power. Ironclaw's eyes narrowed suspiciously. "Go on." I need to pray," Silas continued. "I can ask God to lower the barrier, to deem you worthy of eternal life, but you have to let me do it properly." The pirates exchanged uncertain glances. Ironclaw scratched his beard, conflict evident in his face. "And why should we trust you?" he asked, his voice dripping with skepticism. Silas met his gaze steadily. "Because I'm your only chance. Get rid of us, and you'll never break through that barrier." After a tense moment, Ironclaw nodded grudgingly. "Very well. Pray, boy. But make it quick, and no tricks." The pirate loosened Silas's bonds, enough for him to kneel. He closed his eyes, bowing his head in apparent prayer. The clearing fell silent, except for the soft rustle of wind in the air. Silas wasn't sure if any of this would work. He sat there secretly praying that God would help them make it out of this. As he stalled, he tried to think of a way out of this mess. But as the seconds ticked by, something unexpected happened. A sense of calm washed over him. The words began to form in his mind. "Lord," he prayed in his head, "I don't know if you're listening, but we could really use some help right now. Please, show us a way." As Silas prayed, the air around the well seemed to shimmer, the force field fluctuating visibly. The once gentle breeze slowly started to gain strength. It swept through the trees with increasing intensity, rustling the leaves and bending branches under its growing force. The pirates murmured in astonishment, their eyes fixed on the well. Ironclaw's voice cut through the silence. "Well, what's happening, boy?" Silas opened his eyes. He was surprised to see that something was actually happening. He caught himself and tried not to look too surprised. He turned his face to the pirate captain, unsure of what would happen next, but feeling a glimmer of hope he couldn't explain. "You see, it's working," he said softly, his gaze drawn back to the shimmering barrier around the well. As the barrier vanished, a collective gasp rose from both pirates and the captives alike. Ironclaw, his face a mixture of triumph and trepidation, approached the well with his crew close behind. At last, he breathed, peering over the edge, but his victorious grin quickly morphed into a look of utter confusion. It's empty, he exclaimed, his voice echoing in the dry depths of the well. The pirates murmured in disbelief, crowding around to see for themselves. Uma, Silas, and Leroy exchanged puzzled glances, equally baffled by this turn of events. Suddenly a low rumble emanated from deep within the earth. The ground began to tremble, and before anyone could react, water burst forth from the well. It gushed upward with incredible force, quickly overflowing and flooding the surrounding area. "Back away!" Ironclaw shouted, stumbling backwards as the torrent increased. The pirates scrambled to high ground, their faces etched with fear. As the water continued to pour relentlessly from the well, a distant roar caught everyone's attention. They turned towards the ocean to see a giant wall of water racing towards the cliff. "Tsunami!" Someone screamed, but it was too late. The massive wave crashed into the cliff with devastating force, sweeping over the edge and engulfing the area. Pirates were caught in its grip, carried away by the raging waters.